The West African sun beat down on the parched earth. It was a harsh, unforgiving sun. In the village of Bazoulé, the air hung heavy and still. Dust devils danced across the barren landscape, a cruel mockery of the life-giving rain that had long since vanished. The people of Bazoulé were strong, they were resilient, but even their strength was tested as the drought tightened its grip. The once bountiful fields lay barren. The watering holes, once teeming with life, had become cracked and empty. The elders, their faces etched with worry lines as deep as the cracks in the earth, gathered under the meagre shade of a baobab tree. They spoke in hushed tones of ancient prophecies and desperate prayers. Their words echoed the fear that gnawed at the heart of the village. Their survival depended on finding water. Their hope dwindled with each passing day. The sun continued its relentless assault. The land thirsted. The people of Bazoulé knew that time was running out. Like and subscribe to Mgotvi Media History for more stories. With heavy hearts and a flicker of hope, a small group of villagers set out into the unforgiving wilderness. They were led by a young man named Keletigi, known for his courage and his deep connection to the land. Keletigi's heart ached with each step he took. He saw the despair in the eyes of his companions, felt the weight of their hope on his shoulders. They searched for days, each one blurring into the next, an endless cycle of scorching sun and bone-dry earth. Exhaustion gnawed at their bodies, their throats were parched, their lips cracked and dry. Still they pressed on, driven by the instinct to survive, clinging to the belief that water must be found. Just when their hope began to dwindle, Keletigi stumbled upon a sight that made his heart leap. A set of tracks, unlike any he had seen before, marked the dusty ground. They were large reptilian tracks, leading towards a cluster of rocky outcrops. Could there be water nearby? Fear warred with hope in Keletigi's chest. He knew these tracks belonged to a creature both revered and feared in his culture, the crocodile, a creature of immense power, often associated with the life-giving waters. Hesitantly, he followed the tracks. He urged his companions onward, his voice a hoarse whisper. They approached the rocky outcrops cautiously, their footsteps muffled by the dust, their hearts pounded in their chests. Then they saw it. A large crocodile, its scales glinting in the sun, lay basking on a rock. Its eyes, ancient and wise, seemed to follow their every move. But instead of the aggression they feared, the creature seemed strangely passive, almost welcoming. As they drew closer, the crocodile slowly slid off the rock and into a pool of water hidden behind the outcrop. It was a small pool, but it shimmered like a jewel in the relentless sun. Water. They had found it. A sacred pact. The villagers stared in awe and gratitude. The crocodile had led them to water, saving them from certain death. Keletigi knew in his heart that this was no ordinary encounter. This was a sign, a gift from the spirits that watched over them. He approached the pool cautiously, his head bowed in respect. He cupped his hands, feeling the coolness of the water on his parched skin. As he drank deeply, he vowed to honor the creature that had saved them. Returning to their village, the weary travelers shared their tale. They spoke of the crocodile's guidance, the life-saving water, the sacred pact they had made. The villagers rejoiced, their hearts filled with gratitude and a newfound respect for the creature they had once feared. And so they named their village Bazoulé, which in their native tongue meant the pond of the crocodiles. They vowed to protect the crocodiles and their habitat, to live in harmony with the creatures who had shown them such unexpected mercy. Harmony by the water. Generations passed, and the legend of the crocodile's guidance was passed down through the ages. The village of Bazoulé thrived, the land nourished by the life-giving waters of the sacred pond. The crocodiles, once feared, became revered protectors. Villagers believed they possessed special powers, and their presence was seen as a sign of good fortune. Children played by the water's edge, their laughter echoing the calls of the crocodiles basking in the sun. The bond between the villagers and the crocodiles deepened over time. They coexisted in a delicate balance, each respecting the other's space, their lives intertwined in a tapestry woven from mutual respect and understanding. The villagers would leave offerings of food for the crocodiles, thanking them for their continued protection. In return, the crocodiles seemed to recognize the villagers, never harming a soul. The sacred pact made generations ago held strong. A timeless lesson. The story of Bazoulé is a powerful reminder that our relationship with nature is not one of dominance, but of interdependence. It highlights the importance of respect, understanding, and coexistence. The villagers of Bazoulé, in their time of greatest need, were shown compassion by a creature they had every reason to fear. Their story reminds us that nature, in its infinite wisdom, often holds the key to our survival. As the sun sets over the village of Bazoulé, casting long shadows across the sacred pond, the harmony between the villagers and the crocodiles serves as a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of respect, gratitude, and the extraordinary bonds that can exist between humanity and the natural world. If you enjoyed this story, like and subscribe to MGO TV Media History for more stories.